COVID-19 has reinforced the belief that the internet has come to stay. So whatever we do should be in the perspective of building something that can last and what tends to use on the internet. So we are already trying to build that interface where businesses can really promote themselves. And one of the things what we do is that we have a lot of services, brand strategy, digital marketing, graphic and video design, photo, video editing. We have voiceover services, a whole lot. And what we try to do with Heated Pundits is that Heated Pundits is kind of our creative brand and our no, not our creative brand, but our educational brand, where we really try. We live in an African context here, so what we do with Heated Pundits is that we try to educate, to bring value to the African people. And there are a lot of information out there, but very few of it actually can connect with who we are as Africans. So our reality is different. Whatever happens in the West is not the same as what happened in Africa here. So
in Africa, that one is true.
How do you make sure that you have the right information? That's basically what it's all about. And so that's how Heated Pundit falls in it. And so I will just go right away to the Heated Pundits, how they call it, our vision. We seek to become, in the next few years, hopefully the next 5 years, a place where anybody in Africa can come to have access to information very easily, and information that is actually connected to that person's life and where that person is living. We seek to become the Wikipedia for Africa. So whenever you need something in agriculture or how they call it, maybe business, creating a business here, you come to search on Heated Pundit and you make sure that you have it. So kind of
anything in Africa.
Exactly, anything in Africa, a fast learning platform. That's what we try to do. And because there's a lot of information. So I think, can you give me one of the topics I wrote about so far? One of the topics. I think you wrote many articles. What have you written about so far?
In connection with Heated Pundits or other
Heated Pundits.
Right now I'm writing on same-sex marriage, but I'm not yet same-sex marriage. Yeah.
Okay.
But you see, that one is very sensitive. I have to take my time.
As we say, you have to take
very sensitive. Yeah.
Very sensitive.
I have to take my time and work on.
Okay, but how about before that same-sex marriage article? What did you write?
Before that, I think I wrote about something in connection with education.
Okay.
As to whether virtual learning can replace real-time classes and those things.
Okay, whether virtual learning can replace. That's good. Because for a topic like that, you see, in the US, that, like, how they call it, the internet is very popular. Everybody, you can't talk about US without internet. There's internet access everywhere, nationwide. But even basic network access, there are some places.
Access to internet.
If here in Ghana, where you cannot access the internet, you can't even access how.
That one is very true, especially the northern belt.
Exactly. The coverage is very, very weak. So in
the US, you cannot get rid of the real-time classes completely. But there are some things you have to have contact with your teacher, no matter what. There are some things you have to have personal.
You have to have a physical interaction with the teacher. That's very important.
Yeah, so with that one, it's relative. It depends on the level of education you are in. If let's say the university level, I think for that one it can be complete. People do online studies.
Yes.
Someone is in Ghana, schooling in the US.
Yeah.
Virtual.
That's a new world. That's in the 21st century. Our grandmothers will not have imagined something like that. Never in their life, they will never imagine something like that. It's quite interesting that we are recording this today when we got this very unfortunate news that former President John Jerry Rawlings has passed away.
Honestly, me, for instance, I want to have contact, like a contact with my teacher.
Yeah.
As much as I read a lot on the internet, listen to a lot of documentary and the rest, I always feel better when I sit in front of a teacher.
Exactly. And many people in Africa and even in Ghana here can connect with that knowledge, with that feeling. Since
Yeah.
that connect us. So it's all about having knowledge, the knowledge that is actually connected to our people, to our realities here in Africa.
People,
And
Africa. Yeah.
and we want to go a step further because Wikipedia is maybe a platform, but they may not have built a community. We want to build a community, like not only get to a level where we can have a five, I don't know how they call it. Daniel is joining us. Get to a level where we can have let me put it. We can get to a level where we can have a 5 weeks training. Better.
For our visitors or
Okay, we may get to a level where we can have how they call it a 5 days training where people come and they will come and sit together and talk about some specific topics, maybe something like virtual learning like that. We come together and we sit for some day. Like we have that feeling of community. We are thinking the same way. We have that relationship. When you talk about companies like how they call it, Amazon, Facebook, they have that community. People feel like they are part of something bigger. It's not only about writing an article. It's not only about going to read an article. It's not only
I
about
even have contact with Amazon.
exactly. It's not about just doing something, but you have that personal feeling. And we have our branded t-shirts, our branded stuff, our branded items, and people only know that when it comes to information in Africa, wherever you come from, whether from Kenya, Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, even in French, you have it to Nigeria, South Africa, you can connect with the knowledge. You can have that kind of feeling with the knowledge. So
A
that's
very powerful initiative.
exactly. That's what we are trying to do. So we as I say, we are only targeting Africa. And there's also one aspect of it. I think if you remember when we had the orientation, when many of you how they call it tested me for the first time. One of the messages that I posted is that we are trying to write articles for the long term. We mentioned it in the post in the first message that you received, that long message that I explained, that we are trying to write articles that will be still relevant in 5 or 10 years. And we do not do news. I think was it surprising for you that we do not do news?
News
As in writing news article, news content. Was it a surprise for you?
oh, not really.
No,
I
not
believe
really.
that
Yeah,
you are starting something new. So definitely you have to gather a whole lot of information and a lot of strength to move on or come out with your agenda. So
exactly.
actually, I wasn't surprised at all.
Okay. Awesome. Daniel, can we hear from you? Do you have something to say? How are you
Oh
doing?
yeah, I wasn't surprised either. I wasn't surprised either.
Okay. Great. Because most blogs out there do a lot into news. They do a lot.
Exactly.
So we are trying to. It's not only about differentiation or as a business strategy or as a branding strategy, but what else can we bring to the first of all to the Ghanaian market and even to the African market? Something that is new, something that has never been done before. What else? What new substance can we bring to it? So, and that's why we try to write articles on a longer perspective. Articles that can really impact people. Not only when people read your article, the article that you are writing about what can virtual classes replace physical classes, something like that. It should be written in such a way that even in 5 years, when someone goes and read it, it can still connect with the
So still
knowledge.
be relevant. Yeah.
Exactly, to still be relevant. And that usually
Okay.
cannot happen with the news. And
Yeah.
another issue too is that news is not so I don't know. People have lost a lot of trust in the news. It's not only in
The
the
news
US, but
because of the accuracy.
exactly fake news.
Some of the news are inaccurate.
They are very
Yeah,
inaccurate.
that one is true.
They are very inaccurate. So that's kind of some of the things that we actually think about when we thought about when we were about to really start this thing. How can we position ourselves in such a way that even even people that are not yet born can come in 20 years and read an article on Heated Pundit and see that, oh, this is really something good. This is really something that somebody has written. I'm sure when you think about hip life music, some of the hip life music, I mean, back in the 80s, when you hear them again, look at the feeling. Yeah, I mean, you can see you can still connect with it. Or maybe
sounds sometimes some of them sounds current. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them still sound current. So that's the type of feelings you want to create when people read or maybe watch our videos. And exactly, that's what we want to do. So I'm sure are you all aware that we have a YouTube channel, or some of you are not aware?
Okay, yes, for me, I'm aware.
Oh, okay. Daniel, are you aware?
I know there are videos we post on YouTube, but I don't know the channel itself, as in the name.
Okay, sure. The channel is also called Heated Pundits. It's the only one like that on YouTube. Heated Pundits, same logo and same.
Oh, okay.
You can check it out. And this particular video that we are recording now will be posted over there. To our YouTube people, hi, we miss you. So we make sure if you have any question during this particular video, make sure you let us know and put your question in the comment section. I'll make sure I answer. Those that are here in this virtual meeting, we have that advantage over you. They can ask their questions right away and get answers. But you ask and then you wait again before you get the answer. So let's try as much as possible to come on time next time. And so the YouTube channel is like a different app, because we as human beings have changed our way of consuming information. Some of us, we like reading articles. Some people too, we don't like reading so much. So we just prefer watching the video and then we are done with it. And some too prefer podcasts. They prefer to listen, have their earpiece in there and then go. They can be working, they can be washing, doing their dishes and things like that. So they prefer it like that. And
yeah,
it's quite cool.
I was trying to even suggest something.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Have you heard of Skillshare before?
Skillshare. It's funny. It's funny. Kingsley was even here. I was showing him an ad from Skillshare. Skillshare. I saw the ad today on YouTube.
You see the way they do their things.
I've not really checked it, but I think it's quite interesting. I love the ad, so I think they will be
very, very, very interesting. The way they do their presentation. It's like somebody will talk about something and they will use some cartoon. Yeah. Very interesting, very educative.
I will check it out. I will definitely check it out. Now that you are talking about it, for me, I say it as a divine sign. We need to check Skillshare.
Oh yeah,
check it out. I will check it out. I will take my notebook and make sure I take some notes about Skillshare and how they are doing their things. What are some of the few things that we can learn about them? So if you are going to
can learn from them.
Those are watching on YouTube. If you also have some recommendations, some things that we can really improve, some things that we can do better, you have seen somewhere, just feel free to let us know in the comment section so that we can kind of check it out as well. So YouTube is a different way for us to kind of YouTube fall in our different way for people to consume information. So those that cannot consume through writing, they will consume on YouTube, and probably very soon we'll be having a podcast. Probably next year or hopefully next year we're having the podcast, and also an audio experience. And all this can also be part of the monetization avenue for all our content producers on Heated Pundit. And that leads me to the next point, monetization.
Yeah.
So as of now, no one is really being paid on Heated Pundits. As you can see, there are no ads running. There's nothing like that. Some blogs choose to start right away. They can decide to start a blog now and decide to monetize it right away, and let the few people that visit the blog see the ad. But we don't want something like that early on. We started not 6 months ago, and we want people to come on the blog and feel free. Like you can be reading something, without having ads disturbing you all around. So that's kind of what we want to do. Yeah. So, but we are planning. Hopefully within the next 6 months to 12 months, we should be finding monetization, and revenue can hopefully be coming from the blog for writers, the YouTube channel, and probably we're also thinking of something, a kind of affiliate marketing type of thing where we can be selling some courses and people can also have those are maybe an article about virtual learning like that. Maybe a teacher somewhere in Kasua doesn't know how to move virtually, and maybe Prince has decided to partner with a professional in technology to organize a master class that will be posted on our particular Heated Pundits streaming channel, and then somebody can go and watch it and also buy the course and enjoy the content. So there will be a revenue sharing schedule or scheme between all the content producers so that everybody can enjoy out of it. So all I'm trying to say is that all this work that you are doing now, we value it. We value it. If you have the opportunity to pay you right now, we'll pay, but we can't do it right now. So just be patient and keep on doing the good work. Monetization will surely come. It should come. By all means, we are having that in mind. So let me move to the next point. I think so. These are basically some of the main things that I really wanted us to talk about. I mean, it's not even a long meeting; it's quite short. It's very short. So that now I want to hear from you too. If you have some suggestion, you already suggested Skillshare as something that we can learn from. If you have a suggestion, something that you want to add and comment, some questions, and just feel free to let me know right now so that we answer them. That's privilege for the people that came live. Daniel, any question?
For now, no, please.
Okay.
No, please.
Okay. Awesome. Bawa, what's up? Any question?
Yes, please. No, please.
Okay.
So we are now starting. All that I will say is that I know we are only three, but just that let's put in our best.
Exactly.
That is all.
Exactly. We can only do this. And since you are here, I think that it just came to mind. I spoke about trying to build a community feeling. So we have 6 categories of Heated Pundits: entertainment and sports, education and politics, business and technology, fashion and lifestyle, health and fitness, all this travel and culture. We are trying to build WhatsApp platform for each of these categories where we can bring people that have a particular interest. People that have a particular interest on these topics, they can come around and we can have that interaction with them. They know that whenever we drop an article or a video about our fashion and lifestyle in Africa, they can come around and have an interaction with the video, the article, and we can have discussion in these pages. So some people have been appointed to manage these pages. So I think Bawa, which category you are writing in education and politics, I think, or Daniel?
Education and politics, yeah.
Yeah, Bawa is writing education and politics. So Bawa will be added to the education and politics page, and Daniel too will be added to the business and technology page, so that we can business and technology page, so that we can have this interaction with the people. And it's all about trying to build that family. I want to call it a family, like people that know that Africa is special. We are special as a people. So what we try to do is very special as a people. So our information, whatever we drop as information, whether on the channel, the blog, and anywhere, our information is specific to our people. So they can come there and interact with it, learn from it, and make their life better. That's all it's all about. So on this note, I really want to thank you very much. You guys did everything. We are 2 years, but I think we had a great time.
All right.
It's short, but it was very difficult for everyone.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming.
I want to say this thing for last.
Sure.
When it comes to referencing,
yes.
See, okay. In academia,
yeah.
If you get any information, you have to reference.
Exactly.
You have to reference. Tell the general purpose where you got your information.
Yeah.
So in our situation, it's something international.
Yes.
So how are we going to make sure that that kind of thing will not be
a problem,
a disadvantage to us?
Sure. You just reminded me of that. So for the coming weeks or month, we are going to have tutorial sections about this thing that you spoke about, some practices that you should have in blogging, how to make nice references, how to use keywords, key tags in your blog so that whenever people search for your particular topic, they can actually find it and know exactly what it's all about. So we can have this type of going around. So we'll have this session, we'll be educated around it. We are working hardly. Hopefully people will be joining us more for this type of session and it will be quite interactive. So we have it in mind. Thank you for your consent. Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Thank you very much. Daniel, take care.
Thank you too.
You too, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Bye.